Hi, everybody. Sherry Leopold here, and I am delighted to have another 2024 Wow Warrior with me. Welcome, Dr. Krystylle Richardson. I'm so excited that you're here. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. This is such a great honor. And when you contacted me, I was like, oh, wow, it is wow already, right? But I was like, wow, that's really neat.
Woman of worth, and that you are, Dr. Krystylle. I would love for you to share a little bit with our viewers who you are and how you serve. I know you have lots of irons in the fire like we all do, but you serve in lots of ways, and I'd love for you to share a little bit about what you do, Dr. Krystylle.
Thank you so much. So as she stated, my name is Dr. Krystylle Richardson, and I'm just a little girl from Flint, Michigan that believed her parents that, I could be anything I want to be. I can do anything I want to do. They sent me to kindergarten with my little plastic briefcase. It was blue and light blue and white. And I had held my head high and stepped into the school and did my best. But I was actually met with bullying. And so that actually was something that plagued me, I guess I would say, because I accepted it up until the age 50. And so I did a lot in my life and have done a lot, related to doing ministry and genetic research and missions and telemedicine and engineering and all of that in almost up to 40 some different countries. I've had one of my main books has been implemented in universities across Africa, Turkey, and in the UK. And I've done a number of things related to innovation. Anything and everything I do is wrapped around innovation. So my TV network is Life Innovation Global TV. Our women's organization is Women of Impact and Innovation International. And I'm opening up right now several ICE centers, that's Innovation Centers of Excellence in universities. And so I just love anything and everything related to innovation. And Emerge Media Experience teaches people how to innovatively get their name out there and have where they have their own niche related to their features, advantages, and benefits and all of that. And so I could go on, but the main thing that I want to say is that I'm just happy and pleased to be here. I'm a child of God. I'm an ordained minister, and we do anything and everything that we can do to lift people and to help people rise to not just their levels of from a monetary perspective, but their level of impact. And we all were put here to have some type of impact in the world. And so I'm just honored to be one of the WOW recipients, for people to recognize you. And they don't even have to, right? Related to what you've done in the world is always something that I'm very humbled about. And because I don't do it for the accolades, I just do it for being a child of God and what he has placed in me that is supposed to be out in the world. So thank you so much for allowing me to introduce myself.
Oh my goodness. If somebody didn't just say, wow, then they must be, not with a pulse. Thank you, Dr. Krystylle. So not surprising that you have so many amazing things that you're doing, and impact is definitely one of those. So that is so awesome. Thank you so much for that. So I want to ask you, Dr. Krystylle, what does it mean to you when you hear the words woman of worth? How does that resonate with you, and what does it mean for you personally?
Yes, thank you for that. So when I hear woman of worth, the first thing is woman, because of the fact that, men and women are different, and women, we have a specific area of worth in this world. There's things that we can both do as men and women, but women, we're nurturers, and we have where we think about things differently. So when I think of the word worth, I think of the word wisdom, because no matter if we, have just arrived as a baby on this earth and we're a woman, there's going to be some things that we are going to step up and do just because of what's placed inside of us as women. And so I believe worth starts with a W for a reason, because there's wisdom that all of us have. If we put our mind to it and look at the lessons learned in our life, in every single area of life, every single day, end your day with, okay, not just what did I accomplish today, but what did I learn today? And then put those into practice to either share with someone else or to do something differently the next time. If it's a lesson learned that is not necessarily a triumph, it is something where we can do our due differently. And so that's what I think about when I think about the letter W. When I think about O, it's important for all of us, whether we're introvert or extrovert, to be open to opportunities, open to experience all of what the world has to offer from the perspective of, what we can do and where we can go is limitless if we put our mind to it. And so I think of the word open. When I think of R, I think about resilience, tenacity and resilience. As women, we need to have resilience because there's a lot that comes at us, and we sometimes wear our emotions on our sleeves and on our shoulders. And so being resilient is very, very important. And then I think of the word thrive for T, because not just surviving, ladies, but we were put here to thrive. We were put here to thrive in so many different areas. And again, yes, monetarily, but thriving related to our impact and our love and our kindness. And the H for me is very extremely important. And I love the fact that that's the last one, is in relation to kindness, love, and hope. Anything that we can do to give hope to someone else is what we're here for. And so a smile, a kind word, a message, how are you? Anything that we can do for anyone, whether they're male or female, whether it's the homeless person or even the multimillionaire, billionaire person that we know. Like, money doesn't mean anything. They have cares and worries as well. And so I have people in my phone from all different walks of life. And my main thing is to always be considered a person of hope, kindness, and love.
Beautifully stated. Ooh, and I love the acronym that you just put in there for worth. That's amazing. So, I want to ask you, have you had a significant challenge or some kind of thing that really in your walk to becoming that woman of worth that was a challenge or a pivotal moment that you could point to, and how you navigated out of that?
Mm-hmm. Yes, thank you for that. And I do talk about this often, and I mentioned it a little bit in my introduction about being bullied. And so I will be 60 this year, having a big birthday party. Sherry, you got to come.
Yeah.
But it wasn't until the age 50 that I said no more, to this specific personality type. And then when I came out of the closet, if you will, of, that I was a person who had been bullied, people view me for whatever reason, as being, this strong, powerful, no nonsense, doesn't take anything kind of a woman. And it's like, wait, you were bullied? It's like, yes, I was. And so part of it has to do with, I study a lot related to personality types and what I do in business, and bringing out innovation in people. You have to know where are they starting from. And so when I started digging into that more, from college on, I didn't really put it into practice related to me in this whole bully situation of this particular personality type until age 50, when I just had to put down my foot and just use 2 words. And I said, no more, no more. And so I did an Amazon Prime special on that. They featured me on this program on Amazon Prime related to those words. And when I said that, God just continued to just open up more things in my mind and in my spirit and in my life to help me really know how to view myself and what to allow and what not to allow, and be able to share that with people so that they could also step out of that and have that self-worth, that self-esteem, and that self-confidence, that it doesn't matter what people say or think. Because I still have where there's different situations that come up with male and female, but I handle it in a specific way now. And we can have like a whole 2, 3, 4 day, show and discussion related to that. But it's important, ladies and gentlemen, for us to understand ourselves and what we allow and don't allow in our life.
Absolutely. Very well said. And yes, it could be a 2 week summit. Probably. So, Dr. Crystal, I would love for you to share. Obviously, you're a very powerful woman. I'd love for you to share. Did you have a role model or somebody who was a mentor for you along the way? And it might be a woman that it could be one or more. Can you share who was impactful for you on your journey as a woman?
Mhm. Yes, thank you for that. So when I saw that question, I'm like, ugh, oh my gosh, like what am I going to say? Because there's so many different people. And so first, I would like to acknowledge my mom and my dad, and just their influence that they had on my life, and like I said, sent me to kindergarten with my little plastic briefcase. And so I was already a little businesswoman at age 4. I had my little plastic typewriter and my plastic this and plastic that. You know, I had all the stuff going on. And so um, that really set me on the path that I am right now, because they instilled that self-confidence. It kind of got beat down a little bit, you know, from a school perspective, but it just made me pour myself into my studies, pour myself into the creative arts, pour myself into cooking and sewing and doing everything, you know, from scratch, no patterns, sewing, like all the different things that I do is from an innovative perspective. So I would have to say that they were a big influence. And then the beauty and the grace of Cicely Tyson is an actress that before she you know, had done a lot of really great films of all different types, and I consider her a lady of beauty and grace, and so I really appreciate her influence in my life. And then I also would like to say Napoleon Hill and his teachings, working with Satish Verma, Don Green, and Sharon Lecter, Greg Reed, you know, all of the different people that are involved with Think and Grow Rich, and the Napoleon Hill Foundation has really helped me to see life in a different way, and specifically the book Outwitting the Devil, and Think and Grow Rich, you know, that particular book. But Outwitting the Devil really helps you to see, you know, what is going on in your life, whether you're a Christian or not, or whether you believe in God and the devil or not. It really is a really powerful book. And so I would have to say the book that was annotated by Sharon Lecter, very powerful woman, Outwitting the Devil, was a huge influence for me.
Awesome. And I love her, and I absolutely, that is one of my absolute favorite books as well. So everybody got a reading tip today too. So thank you so much for sharing that, Dr. Crystal. So I want to ask you, in a society where self-love and self-acceptance are often undervalued, what advice would you give to a woman who was struggling with her worth or was doubting herself? What counsel would you give her?
Mhm. Yeah, I would say that when I said the words "no more," it was like a 2.5 year journey for me to really just be silent and really just dig into the Word of God, and have time for me to just really focus on myself. So I still did my businesses, I still did various things, but I had a lot of quiet time, and I do a lot of flying. I mentioned like almost 40 countries. So whenever I'm in a plane, for whatever reason, I'm like, I feel closer to God. And it's like all the clouds. I love clouds. And so I always sit at the window and I have on my music, and the person next to me is probably like, what is going on with this lady? Because I'm listening to my music and I'm like rocking and singing it. You know, I was like crying and stuff, like all these emotions, different things going on, because I, you know, just really could feel the presence of God in the airplanes, and on land too. But I had to take that time of self-reflection. And so I would say that that's something that's most important, is to, I mean, if you have a mentor, if you have someone to talk to, that would be important as well, a coach, a mentor. But for me, it's really that time alone that you can really see if you can be comfortable with yourself. And then this may seem like a shameless plug, but being able to actually speak out loud, the different things that are going on and share it with people, you will find out that you're not alone, because a lot of people have self-esteem, self-confidence issues, no matter what area that they're in. If they're low income, middle income, no income, high income, it really doesn't matter. Like, a lot of people have those kinds of issues. And so this book right here, it is the 51 Powerful P's of Public Speaking, but it's not just on stage. This is even just speaking one-on-one with someone. So there's a lot of different P's in here that can give you information on how to have better conversations with people, and just start getting the information out, become more comfortable with yourself, more comfortable with your words, more comfortable with how you can explain what is going on in your life and what you want to see happen in your life. Having goals are very, very important. And so being able to communicate those helps you, and it helps other people. And you'll come to find out that you actually have a tribe that is willing to go on the journey with you as you do self-discovery and build your confidence, build your self-esteem. It builds your character, and it builds others as well. And that is going back to that last word, hope.
Absolutely. And excellent counsel there, Dr. Krystylle. So I want to ask you, as we wrap up here, I know people have been inspired by you. I have been inspired by you, but I always have been. But I would love for you to share a little bit or share the ways that people can connect with you, Dr. Krystylle, and be able to soak in your amazingness. Can you share that?
Amazingness. Oh, yes. So I have my own website. It's KrystylleRichardson.com, which you see on my name, KrystylleRichardson.com, and how to spell that, but also lifeinnovationglobal.com. We also have an honoring ceremony and gala, royal gala, that's going to be happening September 8th. And you can nominate yourself or nominate others for that, and get in touch with me to discuss that. Or if you want to open up an Innovation Center of Excellence, an ICE Center in your organization or in your university, you can get that information on lifeinnovationglobal.com as well. And there's like a listing of different things that we're doing with our speakers competition and a number of things. And so I would love to have you all reach out to me, and someone on my staff will get back in touch with you, and we can see how we can have great impact together and make you understand that you are worthy as well. And being a woman of worth is just such an honor. And I can't wait to see and hear more and more women of worth year after year after year, because you deserve it.
Beautifully said. Oh my goodness. If people haven't been inspired, like I said, they don't have a pulse. That's what it is. Thank you so much, Dr. Krystylle Richardson. I'm so honored and delighted to have you part of the WOW Warrior, Woman of Worth Warrior community. I honor you, I salute you, and I'm so proud to call you not just a 2024 WOW Warrior, but a friend. Thank you so much, Dr. Krystylle.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.